All right, everybody, welcome to Playlisted, the podcast. How we feeling? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Beautiful Monday. We're going to get started here, episode 63 of Playlisted. All right, you guys ready? We've got a cool guest tonight. I don't think we've had many musicians on the show, but I'll let Austin introduce him. Please make some noise for your host, Austin Burke. Give it up for him. Bro shake now.
Cody just got married on Saturday. Let's hear it for that. Absolutely.
My name's still on the marquee over
yeah,
there.
He got married here. No, we came here after. Mr. and Mrs. Hawkins.
Dave was an amazing officiant.
Yeah. Welcome to the Greenlight Bar. Welcome to the Playlisted podcast. My name is Austin Burke. Cody Hawkins here. Man, tonight's going to be really fun. I'm excited to introduce our guest, and I'm excited for all of the performers that we have coming up here tonight. You guys ready for a good night?
Yeah.
All right. I want to give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors before we get started, all the people that make this possible. Truist Bank. Be sure if you're an artist performing, you grab a bag off the mic stand. Got some goodie bags for you. But Truist has been a bank forever. The main sponsor of the Braves Stadium. I mean, it's a massive bank, but they support music. They support MusicRow. Truist Sports and Entertainment Group has been around since 1987. They've been working with music professionals in Nashville, Tennessee on MusicRow with all genres, and they have always supported the songwriters and the people that are behind the scenes. Our money comes in from so many different places, but Truist is a bank that you can trust for musicians and artists and songwriters. So be sure to, if you're looking for a bank, you got some money coming in, you don't have any money, they'll be there for you every step of the way. So shout out to Truist. Also, tonight we have $6 pantalones. Can we get a little sound for that? Oh, shit. Pantalones Tequila are one of our newest sponsors. All right. Matthew McConaughey's Tequila, but also they are I'm going to be honest. I get really red when I drink tequila. No redness, man. No redness.
It doesn't taste like anything.
It's really good.
Well, it does. I mean,
it's really good. It just like, it doesn't, the additives and stuff, you know, it kind of, that stuff makes me, I'm not kidding you. I get red from like all the way here to about the tip of my nipple usually. God. And yeah, it's pretty weird. So,
all right, so let's see how many, because no hangover usually too, but
yeah.
let's test the boundaries.
Let's test it out. Yeah, get your pantalones tonight, $6. They're doing some really fun stuff with us over the next few months, and I'm excited to have them as our sponsor. So get yourself some pantalones at the bar. Must be 21 and up to drink, and please drink responsibly. Wow, I won't be doing that. What else here? We got some new hats. These just came in. If you are performing, you want to get a hat, come see Cody after the show. We take Venmo, whatever, or just, trying to get some hats out there.
We call this the Mick Playlisted.
Yeah. Some new hats. And then Jenny mentioned Picker. The Picker app has supported us from day one. If you are trying to get a session in the studio, you're trying to find your guitar player, if you want Ilya, who's about to come out here to play on your record, if you need a studio to record in, they set it up. They make it happen. They will hook you up. So be sure to download the Picker app in the App Store today. They are building the same community we are, and it's really cool to see just how far they've come and how far this podcast has come. And I am very, very grateful for the sponsorship and the partnership that we have together. So download the Picker app.
Picker.
Oh, my gosh, man. I'm excited about this guest. I have been reaching out to this man since we started. Okay? We're 63 episodes in.
Yeah. We've heard him on every one of your
songs.
songs.
He's played on every one of my songs, but he is the most sought after guitar player in Nashville. He has played, I just asked him backstage, how many number ones do you think you've played on? He's like, I don't know, maybe like 300?
Unfathomable number.
He is a 12-time MusicRow Guitar Player of the Year, a 2-time ACM Guitar Player of the Year. I'm not kidding you. You ask any artist, any producer, any studio, who is the best guitar player in town, they will tell you it's this man. It is such an honor to have him. He knows hits, and he knows how to make them happen. Give it up for Ilya Toshinsky.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
Oh, good, man. Good to be here.
Dude, I've been reaching out to you for a long time. I've been wanting you to be on this podcast because I feel like the coolest part about the show is we have artists, songwriters, music executives, the people behind the scenes, and we have not had a session player, let alone somebody with your credibility. Tell us a little bit about what it means to be a session player, and tell us about how you got to Nashville.
Well, man, thank you for the kind words. I was born in Russia, moved here in 1998.
Hold this close. You know
yeah.
how to play guitar,
Okay,
but I'm gonna
yeah,
teach
yeah.
you.
I
I'm gonna
gotta
teach you
get
how to
right
hold a
on
mic.
it. Okay. Okay, I'll start over.
Usually the mic's just
No, I was born in Russia and moved here in 1998 with my band Bering Strait a long, long time ago. Just feels like 3 lifetimes ago. Always wanted to be, part of Nashville scene, and grew up on a lot of country bluegrass records. The band kind of did its thing for 5 years. I eventually, left the band in 2004 and got lucky to get into into studio work, and it just starts with meeting some right musicians at the right time. A lot of it is timing. I was kind of younger guy coming up on the scene. At that point, there were a lot of older guys playing like acoustic guitar, banjo, so there was like an opening for some new influences, and the timing was perfect. And before I knew it, I was in with all the top guys. Obviously, I practiced since I was 10 years old, so I was ready for the opportunity. But I think that the luck is huge, And I had so much support from fellow session musicians who were older that just took me under their wing, and you need that sort of support to succeed,
Well, you're so humble. I mean, you don't want to talk about yourself, but we were mentioning earlier just so many hits you've been a part of, and it's as an artist myself, I think it's really cool to talk to somebody like Ilya because every single day you're playing on sessions. And everyone's like, oh, man, I can't wait to hear the demo. But, like, you are the demo. Like, you make the songs come to life. And, I think one of the main questions I have for you is, like, what do you think makes a hit?
Man, there's so many ingredients. I grew up playing classical music, bluegrass, and all. So I'll look at things from, like, musical standpoint. There's got to be something intriguing, but the more time I spent in Nashville, the more I realized like it's really mostly about the lyric for country music, because the melodies are pretty, simple, but the lyrical twists, that's where it's at, and I feel like the most successful songwriters just have a handle on that part.
No, that's true. It's very true. Well, I'm going to explain the show to you and anybody in the crowd that might not know what the hell is going on. So this show's called Playlisted. You played on a session of mine back in 2017, a song of mine called Whole Lot in Love that got put on Hot Country and changed my life forever. So I wanted a show called Playlisted where we can put people on playlists and hopefully change their life the same way that my life was changed in that moment. Just by stepping on the stage, it takes so much guts, it takes so much nerve to get on a stage and perform and get criticism and feedback from people. So just by stepping on the stage, you make the roster automatically. You can check out all of these playlists on Spotify and Apple Music, by the way. And then if you really, really impress us, man, there's something there. But we want the fans to kind of decide whether it gets moved up or down. You're going to hear what you just heard from Pantalones, Rotation. And if you make Rotation, it's like radio. We kind of test out the song, see how it does. Some stay on there for the whole year, some get pulled off, but we kind of let the fans decide. And then if you really crush it, which I think we've only had 10 this year, it's been a low number, you really, really impress us, you're going to hear this music right here. This is called the A-List. Yeah. You played on that, didn't you?
I don't think so.
That was unfortunately all in my DAW. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's kind of the setup of the show. We're going to have 5 artists come up on stage. They're going to perform a song. We're going to give them honest feedback based on what we just initially hear. And it's an honor to have you. We have a special guest tonight to start out the show. Izzy Jude. Is Izzy here? Izzy Jude is a regular on the podcast.
You're in for it. You're in for it.
Crushed it so many times that we just decided to say, Izzy, you can come up here and perform anytime you want. So she's going to get set up. But as she does that, man, like what are you looking for when giving advice to these artists? Like what from a song, I know you mentioned just something that stands out, but like is there any certain ingredient you see in an artist right away just from being in the studio with them that you're like, oh, they got it, or maybe they don't?
Well, the thing that really stands out is their voice, right? If some people just have a unique, just very smooth voice, great control, their pitch is unbelievable, stuff like that. I think some people just have a natural talent or really worked at it for a long time. So that's the first thing I noticed, I mean, the other big thing to me, especially now, it's more about relationship that they built with their fans. Some of these people that, that come through Nashville, maybe I don't even know about, but they're playing sold-out rooms in their hometown. There's something about them that people connect with, That, to me, it's that X factor that I think everybody is looking for.
And I'm not going to make you say any names, but is there any artist that you can think of that is a massive star that just cannot hold a pitch in the studio at all? You don't need to say names, but is that possible? Can there be a star that sells out arenas that is so talented that not talented, so just big as an artist but can't hold a pitch?
I would say there are some people who are, I wouldn't say it's their strongest thing, but they're amazing at picking great songs and they're amazing at working at their craft, so they nail it live. But they're not like, Carrie Underwood or Luke Combs type singer or Chris Stapleton, which is unfair comparison. But
totally,
they're.
So it is possible.
It is possible.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I love it. Izzy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Izzy,
sure.
I'm actually so pumped. My little sister, she leaves tomorrow. She's been here for a month, and she's been to a few podcasts. But I've always told her, I was like, you need to check out Izzy Jude because you sing the girly pop music that she listens to and loves. So I'm glad that she's here tonight. I'm excited for everybody here. What are you singing for us tonight?
I'm singing a single that's going to be coming out probably beginning of June. It's called Smoking.
Smoking. All right.
Not like smoking, but like candle smoking. So just keep that in mind.
All right. Well, everybody give it up for Izzy Jude singing her song Smoking.
This week has been too weird. I'm in limbo in a lot of ways. Should be going out on dates. I know exactly where I stand. But the ground came out from underneath me, kept me awake. I should have been sleeping, but it hurts too much to go to bed. Heart and mind just race instead. Out in front of me, I'm reaching out for something that was never there. Oh, how I hate being honest. Oh, what a shame. I can't promise I won't go crazy on you. Light me up and I'll burn. Blow me out, but I'll still smolder and I'll linger in your room. I'll keep smoking if I want to. Daydreaming isn't fun anymore. Thank you so much.
Going there at the end.
Sorry.
Izzy, Jude, everybody. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. When does that song come out, you said?
Beginning of June.
Okay,
Most
very
likely,
cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Tell us about that song. What is that? What is it about? Move that stand over to the side. Sorry, I don't want it to guard your face.
I lit a candle in my house, and it was like my favorite candle of all time. There's this candle called Salt at Target. It's a great candle. Would highly recommend. And I was smelling it, and I was like, oh man, the whole house smells like salt, and it's fabulous. And then I blew it out, and it smelled awful. And I was like, oh man, that's gross. And I don't know why I like clocked that like when you blow out a candle, it smells like really bad. And I was like, oh, that's like kind of a cool concept. Like, even though you blow out the candle, it still lingers no matter how hard you try. It's like on your clothes, it's in your hair, like it's everywhere. So it was kind of like about me lingering in somebody's life even though they don't want me there. Like maybe not necessarily letting go of something that I definitely should. But yeah.
Awesome. And what have you been up to? I feel like every time you come on the show, you just get better and better, which I love to see. But are you writing a ton? Are you planning on putting out a lot of music this year?
Yeah, so I'll be putting out an EP at the beginning of 2027, like January. In between then and now, I guess I'll be putting out like 3 singles, which is great. I've been in the studio a lot. I'll be in the studio I was in the studio at the beginning of this month, and then I will be at the end of the month as well. And then pretty much like over the summer, I'll just be working on the EP with my lovely producer. So
good, yeah. And you correct me if I'm wrong. You have one song out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So like very, very fresh, very new. But I think my favorite thing about you is like there's a lot of country in Nashville, and I love that. I mean, that's what like the show was founded on. Nashville's founded on country, but I feel like you just bring such a fun like twist to the town, and it does remind me of all the stuff that I love. I'm currently listening to with my wife, and we'll play it in the morning. But like, you just have such a unique voice and such a strong voice, and the way you play guitar too, I just love it. So, Ilya, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I like this song, and you got a great sense of rhythm. Your phrasing is really awesome. So
Thank you.
great job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you something I haven't asked you before. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh my God.
I was in a production. I have this answer in my back pocket at all times. I was in a production of Thoroughly Modern Millie, and I was the dance captain. I danced for 20 years competitively. That was another fun fact about me.
Wow.
And I was the dance captain, and I was in like a kick line, and they were gonna like the girls beside me were gonna help me do a backflip, like in the middle of the kick line, and the girl who's standing to my left broke her elbow the day of the opening of the show, and so they replaced her with a girl who's about half my size. And she let go of me mid-performance, and I fell on my head.
Oh, my.
And that was painful, but, like, really embarrassing because the whole audience went, ooh.
Yeah.
And I was like, shoot, man, that sucks really a lot. And there's a video of it, and my friend made like a really funny like fail edit of it back in like 2016. Yeah, that's like deleted.
Just the number kept going though, like, or was it bad enough to?
Oh
where
no, I
it
got up
stopped?
and did like a triple. I was like, we're moving on.
Okay.
We have moved on. Yes.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. And then let's see what else. What's something that you want us to know before you leave? Anything that you're excited about, or anything that?
I don't know. I'm just like really grateful to be here and to make music and get to hear other people. And I don't know. I feel like 2 years ago, if you had told me that I was gonna be like writing my own music and like playing it out places and people would be listening to it and liking it, I would have been like, no, you're crazy. I'm gonna be working a 9 to 5 in Excel like most of my life.
Oh God.
I love it. Well, Ilya, do you have new artists just has one song out? Like, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to somebody like that?
You know, it's it's a tough business, as you know, probably a lot of competition. I think you got to be true to yourself and you got to grow your fan base. You got to, it seems like now you got to post, you got to connect with people. That's your currency, if you keep on building that fan base, that is true for any artist, at any level. So that's where it's at.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Well, Izzy, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate
thank
you. Way to
you.
start out the show. And
Yeah.
looking
Thank you,
forward to
guys.
more music coming out. Give it up for Izzy Jude, everybody.
Thank you.
By the way, we have a bucket right there. If you are in the crowd and want to put your name in the bucket, we will do a bucket pull tonight. So be on the lookout for that. We love to open it up, kind of like a, karaoke meets open mic style for anybody in the crowd that might want to perform. Let's get the next name out of the hat, or first name out of the hat, actually, because Izzy was, she's a regular. So I'll let you pull it out. Kendra Remedios. Come on up here. All right.
Come on up.
All right, man. So you learned how to play guitar at 10 years old in Russia.
That's right.
And somehow ended up in Nashville, Tennessee, playing country music. How did you learn how to play guitar? Did you take lessons? And how did you fall in love with bluegrass and country music?
Well, they actually made a movie about my band. It's called The Ballad of Bering Strait that explains all of this for 2 hours. I'll give you a short version. So in Russia, you can go to a music school after your regular school, like a little, it's like an AAU for, for people who like music. It's very competitive. I started when I was 10 years old, and when I heard banjo for the first time, it changed my life. Like, I wasn't really excited by the guitar, to be honest with you. Banjo changed it all for me. And from there, the band was formed, and we ended up getting a record deal, 1998 in Nashville. Yeah, it took us 10 years.
How does a record company find you guys? Like, were you putting out music? Like,
No, that's a great question. It seems impossible. So there's, for a moment, Russia and United States had a great relationship for about 3 years, and I grew up in the perfect time, and my band got a regular gig playing a Mexican restaurant in the center of Moscow, and a lot of Americans would come through because Americans love Mexican food, and we were playing bluegrass, and our version of country was like thick accents and a whole bit, and we met some amazing people who really helped us to make the move,
that's crazy.
Who
man.
ended up, actually, Tim Dubois was a big executive in the 90s and 2000s, discovered Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn, was running Arista Records. So we were able to connect with Tim, like in the mid-90s.
I actually do have a good question that was not on my list, but let's just say, country's gotten so big throughout not just America, but overseas and in Europe and all over the world, really. It's arguably like one of the biggest genres in the world right now. What would you say to a young kid in Russia right now, or a young kid in Australia, or a young kid that's not in the United States that wants to play country music? What advice would you have for them?
Practice your craft, as a singer, as an artist, as a songwriter, that's where it's at. And again, like some people, it's this weird thing, I work with a lot of labels, so I see a lot of artists come through, and a lot of times it's really weird. The most talented person doesn't win it. It's like it has to be a combination of charisma and something that they do that connects with people. If we knew what that was, we all be millionaires. But it's weird, But now, I would just tell my fiance, music business is one of the only or very few businesses where you can do all the right things and it still does not work out. It could be heartbreaking, And some people just have this thing,
Would you tell them you gotta try to move to the States, or what would you say about that?
Well, Russia is very different. I think doing country music in Russia for Russian people is not going to work because they don't understand English. like in most countries, you got to sing in your own language, you know. But it's the same rules. Yeah, you got to, write songs that move people, you know, may move your peers, right? Yeah, but moving to Nashville is like, it's a, yeah, if you're trying to do country music, I would definitely suggest that, because you can be around amazing writers. You're just going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody give it up for Kendra Amedio singing her song, Neon You.
I'm sipping on that red, you're tossing back that beer. The friendly smile across the bar says, girl, over here. Yeah, I know the signs, it ain't my first time meeting you. How do you do? No, I'm accustomed to. Neon, you knows my name, but only calls me by baby. Neon, you wants to dance the only time he holds my hand. Neon, you wants to slide a little closer in your Toyota Tundra. Neon, you wants me on you, and all I want is you. Don't want me when you're not. Neon, you. Tomorrow I won't be surprised if I don't get a single call or text reply. Go ahead and block my number and claim you don't know why. Now you're missing me, and baby, now I see, 'cause it sounds just like Neon. You knows my name, but only calls me by baby. Neon, you wants to dance the only time he holds my hand. Neon, you wants to slide a little closer in your Toyota Tundra. Neon, you wants me on you, and all I want is you. Don't want me when you're not. Neon, you. Neon, you, baby, yeah. You got that buzzing like those lights, telling me all your lies. And now I'm just asking myself why. Neon, you knows my name, but only calls me by baby. Neon, you wants to dance the only time he holds my hand. Neon, you knows my name, but only calls me by baby. Neon, you wants to dance the only time he holds my hand. Neon, you wants to slide a little closer in your Toyota Tundra. Neon, you wants me on you, and all I want is you. Don't want me when you're not. Neon, you. Neon, you, baby, yeah.
Kendra Amedios, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, well, I wrote that song about a guy that always knew exactly who I was in the bar under the neon, and maybe after a few drinks or so. And then I guess when we left the bar, or, in real life, he acted like he had no idea who I was. So I just remember thinking, like, man, I wish I had the version of you when we were under the neon every single time. But when we get back into real life, you're like, who are you again? And I'm like, all right, well, I wish I could have the Neon You version.
I got you. Hell yeah. See here that you were on The Voice season 29. I can tell you just have a phenomenal voice.
Thank you.
Your tone and your pitch, everything is just right in the pocket. When did you start singing?
Well, my first performance was whenever I was 7 years old, and I sang
Oops, I Did It Again at my talent show, and that went over very well, I guess.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Texas. I'm from Arlington, Texas.
Nice.
And I moved here about 3 years ago. And yeah, I mean, I really just don't remember a time when I wasn't singing. Like, I don't even know what that life is like.
Yeah.
So ever since I was just a kiddo singing talent shows and moving here and life in between. But yeah.
Very
So,
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Is that song out or?
No, actually, I chose to sing that song because it's going to be my next release, but I have one in between that's actually coming out Friday. But I'm going to sing this song. I'm going to release this song in the summer.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What'd you think, man?
I loved it. Yeah, I love the raspiness in your voice. So good. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's a clever idea. I like it. Yeah, great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought so. My initial thought, I wrote a lyric that was first kiss under the neon, turn to a knee on the ground. So I think my initial thought was wanting you to go with something like a spin on the neon, kind of. Everything in the song hit me, and I loved it. And then the hook, it was like a little like, oh, like, I don't know what I was wanting, but I really liked it. And I'm almost wondering if there is like Neon You. I like Neon You, but like, boy, you better figure out how to get a knee on you. Like, you better figure out how to like get on one knee or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted like a little bit more specific of like what he was doing, maybe not under the nail. Because when you explained that story to me, I was like, oh, that is like the juice. That's like, I don't want knee on you. I want you to always be like that. I want you to always tell me that, like, dance with me and have fun. Like, you're just an asshole when you're not drunk, right?
Exactly.
Like, and that's like, like that. I want to hear like you're an asshole when you're not drunk. Like, that's I don't know. And I think I feel like it was like, for me it was just like almost there, but like you have all the tools to like really pull it all together. So what's next for you? Like, what are some of these things that like you're excited about? Are you writing a ton? Do you have some songs coming out, you said?
Yeah. So actually, I mean, my latest excitement was The Voice. I mean, that was just this season. So
season 29 is this season.
Season 29 is
Oh,
the season
shit.
that
Oh
just
my
happened.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give it up.
What was that
Yeah.
experience like?
So,
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, I had the absolute time of my life. It was
Good.
a dream come true. The song that I'm going to be releasing on Friday is my blind audition song, which is Girl Crush. So by Little Big Town. And so I'm doing my own version of it. And I sang it. I mean, it changed my life because John Legend hit his button and spun around within like 10 seconds.
That's awesome.
So, and he just kept saying kind of the same things what you were saying, like my tone and my grit, and, you know, just love that. And so that song really changed my life, and I wanted to do my own version of it. So I'm actually going to be releasing that this Friday, and then Neon You is my next release. So maybe I'll write another song with your spin, but
No. And look, I'm just like a guy. I think that what you have to say, and this is like just a note for all songwriters, like it really, to me, that's a song, and it's going to do well for you. It's going to do really, really well for you, and it's going to be a good song. But like your voice and the way that you're so pocketed and so fucking good, you don't need a good song. You need a song that's great that matches your ability. And I'm like saying that with all love, because like you have it in you, and it's gonna happen. And like you are so beyond what I felt. I felt like that song was really good, but I just feel like you have so much more in you, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Like
well,
that's
thank
it.
you.
That's kind of where I'm at. What
And
anything else?
Yeah, if I may, to just a musician's ear, at the end of that chorus, as if you rewrite it, I wouldn't put an extra half a measure at the end of the chorus. The hook kind of lands a little weird. I would keep it just in the pocket. You know what I mean? Don't extend that phrase if you're gonna rewrite the lyric, but just it seems like statistically that works better.
yeah,
Again,
I spent quite some
that's
time in the studio with this song that
And I'm sorry.
so ready for it to be out and done.
And I know, and I don't want you to be annoyed. I just like
No, I'm not
I'm
annoyed. I
like,
love it. I love, like,
I
constructive
think that you have star qualities in you, and you have everything ahead of you to be excited about. So do not let this be like a disappointment. I just think you I'm excited to hear everything that's
Yeah,
coming out.
You're bringing up a great point, though, because that's the issue is there's so many good songs out there, you know, and to really break through, you just need that extra twist, you know, and sometimes it's like that last 1% of the lyric that people go, shit, that's amazing.
I'm putting that song on rotation for sure.
knew you were
100%. It's a good song. It's a good
Well,
song.
thank
I'm
you.
excited to hear.
That'll
and
be the summer
I
jam.
think the production too. I'm excited to hear the production. That's gonna be great.
And beside you here on the right, I think we're gonna meet him in a little bit. But who'd you have up here playing guitar?
We got Bryson Cooper, who y'all will hear in a minute. Yeah, jack of all trade, plays for me, and is a killer singer-songwriter himself. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
Cool.
give it up for
Yeah, good
Kendra
job.
Remedios. Thank you
Thank you
so
guys
much
so
for coming
much.
on.
Happy
I
to be
appreciate
here
you.
and meet you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, let's keep it rolling, man. Let's get the next person up here. Come on.
It's a lot of pressure, man.
It is a lot of pressure.
Dream gonna be made tonight.
Maybe it's you.
All right.
Caleb Lathrop.
He told me how to say his name, and I forgot it.
Yeah, I probably screwed that up.
Lathrop. Got it.
Lathrop. Caleb Lathrop.
Caleb Lathrop.
God, I'm gonna ask the question I shouldn't ask. What do you think about the future of studios, session work, and AI?
You know, it's a hot topic. I mean, we all talk about it. You know, I don't think it may be wishful thinking, but you know, all the labels, and I feel like people who are in control of the kind of creative output of Nashville, everybody wants real things, right? I did find a really good use for like Suno lately when I work with independent producers. I have independent artists where, you know, I feel like it's a great tool to hone in their vision, you know, so that when they bring something to the studio, we already like know what they want instead of just coming up with it on the spot, you know. So I'm not that, you know, I think to be honest with you, there's a fundamental ethical issue with Suno or any AI kind of music engines because we're all being sampled with our consent, and that goes for producers, musicians, singers, right? So I know somebody is working on it to make it right. You know, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's interesting. The whole AI, you know, thing, how it's going to affect other jobs just across all of the spectrum. You know, it's kind of interesting. So I don't know.
And the audio is not there yet to begin with, so the quality of the audio just
Well, you
can't
can hear.
be-
I mean, you can hear.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
hear.
You
Yeah,
can
but
hear.
at the same
So we're
time,
not
you know,
worried
like,
about that.
yeah, like the quality is not going to be there. You know, but I mean, it's great, but it's sampling hits records, right? It's all the stuff, you know, we worked on and people before us and so on and so forth. So I don't know. It's a great question, you know.
I heard one recently, and I said, "Oh my god!" And I didn't realize, and I said, "I can hear that's Ilya playing right there."
No,
you know, people actually reach out. You know, there's certain records, you know, played on, like, you know, I mean, but it goes for everybody in town, you know. It's like I said, it's a very interesting. We never gave them the license to sample us, you know, but there it is, you know.
A lot of people don't know this, but like on the poster for the show, I always put a little Easter egg for the music that I play, whether it's the artist that's performing or whatever it is, and I put Cruise as the music.
Yeah, I saw that.
What would you say is? Give us like your top 3 biggest songs that you've been a part of.
Well, that definitely was a big one, and you know, credit to Joey Moy who produced it. You know, he's a great producer from, like, you know, obviously you got Morgan Wallen now, but he had FGL. Before that was Nickelback, and then just a bunch of other people. So I remember playing on that song on my birthday in like 2011, I believe, like, you know, on a Sunday, because there was like a Rush thing. You know, I remember just he's so good at getting vocals just sound like $1 million. You know, just, you know, you knew it was going to be a big song. You know, he's just a special producer. You know, I mean, as far as the big songs, you know, like I played on some like early Taylor Swift stuff. You know, like You Belong With Me and Should Have Said No, like the banjo part, and that was like, you know, it's honestly, like some of these records are like the most random sessions. Like that's like 2007. Nathan Chapman calls me, "What are you doing tonight?" He's a producer. I got this young girl, Taylor Swift, like nobody knew who she was, And I was so busy, and I said, man, I'll come in like late. You know, I got there like 8 p.m. Like we had 3 hours. We were working like 5 songs. I didn't know that these are gonna be like massive hits. I remember meeting Taylor the next day because I was so tired I didn't want to pack up my stuff. I came back the next morning grabbing my banjo, and she was there with her mom, sweet as she could be. And you know, sometimes you just have no idea. You know, just another session, and then 6 months later, she's like the biggest thing in the world.
I need to. We'll keep going, but that reminds me of a question I really want to ask.
Yeah, ask it.
As
ask
a
it.
fellow session player, sort of.
Yeah.
Sessions take a lot out of you, a lot out of me. If I'm doing like 3 songs in, if we spend even an hour and a half on each song, by the end of the 3 songs, I'm like, guys, I'm starting to kind of lose the creativity or whatever, not the physical part of playing the drums,
Right.
but how do
Like a
you,
mental
when you
fatigue,
you say, hey, they say, hey, this session's going to be a late, I don't know if you're still doing late night sessions or stuff, but when you start to feel like you're just not mentally still there, what do you do?
I mean,
Coffee?
yeah, I try to kind of, I guess, manage my day better. Yeah, I mean, I haven't, when I was younger, I mean, there was also like, we were doing so many demos, now, to be honest with you, Suno, like, really affected the demo market. Like, a lot of people do use AI, and I get it. But there was a time where we're doing like 15, 18 songs a day, and it's fun because you make quick decisions, and I think to me, if the engineer is good and the band is good and it's fun and everything sounds good in the headphones, you can go for a long time. When stuff does not sound good, that really, drains you.
Get through it.
Yeah, you got to get through it.
That does drain you. Yeah.
I love it.
And now you can fix a lot on the back end too.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
if we missed something in the studio, a lot of times you can fix it later.
Yeah, right. Cool.
I love it. All right, everybody, give it up for Caleb Lathrop singing his song, Picture This.
Picture this. Those silver wings never took your heart away. Your hand still there on my chest, just like it was that day. That smile on your face and the salt in your hair, the sombrero you made me wear. Picture this. That sun never sank and we never closed our tabs, then it wouldn't be just me with a 3x3 on my lap. What could have been, should have, but it didn't last. Man, I wish we could have made it last. What I wouldn't give for one more night, get a love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes and the way they pulled me in, kind of like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white, and that's still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. I didn't picture me in a middle seat heading for a heartbreak. Didn't know 30,000 feet had a street up on memory lane, but it does now. I'm one drink into drowning you out. Somewhere up in the clouds, what I wouldn't give for one more night, get a love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes and the way they pulled me in, kind of like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white, and that's still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. No, I didn't picture this. I didn't picture you on my mind. It's so far away and falling that hard after just a couple days. But what I wouldn't give for one more night, get a love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes and the way they pulled me in, kind of like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white, and that's still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. Didn't picture this. No, I didn't picture this. Thank y'all.
Caleb Lathrop, everybody. Wow. Where are you from, man?
I'm from a real small town in northeastern Oregon called Elgin, Oregon.
Very
Really
cool.
small, top right of Oregon.
Very cool, man. I love it. West Coast.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what's up. That's the best coast.
Best coast, baby. Come on.
What coast of Russia are you from, by the way?
Man, in the middle, yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay, there's no-
landlocked. There's
Okay,
no
okay.
coast where I'm
Do
at.
they have like north, south, east? I don't know.
Yeah, it's near Moscow. It's
Okay,
like
okay.
central. Yeah.
Central. Okay, cool. I actually I have no
I
idea.
wish it was something exotic, but no.
All right, so from Oregon, tell us about that song, man. What is that song about?
Yeah, I had a relationship. Well, not really. I guess you wouldn't call it a relationship, but I went on a little vacation with this girl and thought that it was like going to be something, and just have that kind of moment, and it's just like, damn. I didn't think that when she flew away and all that would happen that I would like. I thought when perfect would be when I met somebody I really thought was going to happen. I thought that'd be that, and then she flew away and it was all gone. And I was like, well, I didn't picture this.
Yeah, no, that's a really strong hook, really
it's
strong
nice.
lyrics.
Like
What-
sand in my boots.
I mean,
You're on the plane.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, who are some of your favorite country artists?
Oh man, I mean, I grew up with my grandparents. I mean, I love Keith Whitley. I love like George Strait, but now, I mean, I love Morgan. I love Hardy Earn, all those guys. I really like Cody Johnson. I really like Dylan Marlowe.
You're not naming the one artist that I wrote down on this piece of paper.
Really? Wait,
know
hold on,
why-
hold on.
I
I
know
can keep
why
going.
he
I
wrote
just
it
didn't
down.
want to.
Yeah, I wrote down
One artist.
one artist
Jake Owen?
and one word.
I was gonna say Jake Owen.
And I just the way that you sing, your cadence, your
Eric Church.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. I gotta actually tell you something crazy.
Good.
Thank
guys.
you.
I was
That's
because
good.
I don't know why I didn't say that because I love Eric Church. He's one of my top 5, but I don't know why I didn't name him. The reason I probably didn't was because I went on radio tour and every person was like, "You remind me of Eric Church." And I'm like, "Is it like the cadence? Is it like?" Because I don't think my voice actually
No.
sounds like him.
It's
It
a
was
good
the
thing. It's the way
cadence.
that you say your words. So it's like, I didn't picture this.
Oh yeah, it's like the yeah. Okay.
It's that like he just allows his. I was sitting on like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
real. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah, yeah, I hear it.
almost like you're definitely singing,
yeah,
but
You just throw
ha-
it. He's
it's-
throwing.
you're throwing it.
yeah. I was
You're
a baseball
talking,
player too, so
It's like you're just having a conversation with someone.
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Dude, great.
Dude, I loved it, man. I think that's a strong song. Is this 100% you wrote this by yourself?
No, I wrote that with good buddy Keegan Glenn, who's actually from Oregon.
Okay.
And then I wrote it with Jackson Nance and Steve Thomas.
Very
Nice,
cool.
Nice. Very good, man. I mean, to me, that's like probably the strongest song we heard tonight, in my opinion, I would say, I mean, you got a great range, I would consider maybe lowering the key a little bit. I just think, I don't know, for country, I don't know. I feel like what's working, it's a little bit lower where it doesn't, just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's actually that song. I think is actually recorded lower.
Yeah.
And I
But
think-
look, you
yeah.
you nailed the high stuff, but it just that's where our culture is. It needs to be a rough around the edges, not too like, wow, the guy's a belter,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Did you ever play on any Eric Church records?
I played early on, I played on a few things, yes, sir.
My favorite stuff. What's one of the bigger
Oh
ones?
God, man.
Tell me you played on Smoke a Little Smoke.
No, man. That's, I didn't. To be honest with you, I know there was a couple of singles, I think, of like second record, and I cannot. It's not like his biggest song,
Okay.
but definitely. I mean, working with Jay Joyce was unbelievable. That's his producer, was top guy.
Yeah, for sure. What's do you live in Nashville or?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, how long have you been here?
5.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, moved here, played college baseball first, and then kind of accidentally fell into music.
Where'd you play baseball at?
Played at Cumberland. I played at a community college in Oregon, then transferred here and played at Cumberland.
Very cool position. Let me guess.
Oh, I played middle infield, but at college I played pitcher.
I was gonna say
I played-
outfield. You look like an outfielder.
Really?
I don't know.
I played everything. Honestly.
That's awesome, dude.
You should be able to play everything. You're supposed to know every position.
So all right, you fell into music a little bit, man. I guess I always say this to athletes. I'm an athlete myself. I play baseball as well. I think there's a certain mindset. Like Morgan played baseball.
There's a correlation
like
for sure.
a lot of, Jake Owen played golf at FSU. Like there's a lot of correlation, and I don't know. I think that you don't have to play sports to have it, but it's a mindset, and it's like, hey, I'm working towards a goal, and it's like have that goal in your mind of, hey, I want to play in the big leagues, but every day you wake up, going to those 6 a.m. workouts that you did in college, going to school, and then having a practice from 2 to 6 p.m., right? Like, you have to have that mindset with your music. So
You have to be willing to get told no all the time. It's
for
the main
sure,
thing. It's
but translate. But all I'm trying to say is you have the talent. You have all the stuff. I'm talking about next level. Like, what's going to bring you to that next level?
Yeah.
It's your mindset. It's it's bringing your baseball mindset to your music. And that's all I have to say, man, because everything, top to bottom, your guitar playing, your singing, everything. Like, your look, everything's 10 out of 10. I'm going to put that song on the A-list, man.
It is going on. Yeah. If you didn't, I would.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot.
It's all
I
about
love it.
right there.
Anything crazy about you that we should know, man? You got arrested? You got a
No.
crazy ex-girlfriend, ex-wife? Anything?
No, nothing like that.
Anything that you legally cannot share with us?
Anything legally that I cannot share with you. I don't know if I can. That might not be the best thing to do to get me to that next level.
Yeah. What do you like to do besides music? Anything else?
I mean, I love I just love music. I love sports. I go play basketball all the time, baseball, still go play slow pitch softball, fishing. I'm not going to say the Luke Bryan fishing, hunting every day, but like that is true. But I mean,
Do
I
you
just
do
like being
music full
outside.
time? Do you have another job or what?
I mean, I work part-time at Tecovas right now.
Nice.
But yeah, this is what I've been doing for the last 5.5 years, and been paying for stuff, so yeah.
Can you give me a discount, bro?
Yeah, I really can, yeah. No, I got you.
It's unbelievable.
He really can. It's a good guy to know, dude.
I just sent my father-in-law, and I can say that now. Said you got to go to Tecovas. I wish I would have known.
Come on back.
That's awesome. Well, dude.
Dude.
Congratulations. I think you're super talented. I'm excited. Does that song come out or is it
That
out?
song's been out. So that song was actually my first song I took to radio, and it broke top 50 in 2025.
Nice.
And, broke top 50 in the MusicRow chart, and then it was out in 2025.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, excited to hear some more of your stuff, and thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the next name out of here. We do have a bucket. If you guys want to put your name, it's all right. We're good. Bryson Cooper, come on up here, Bryson Cooper.
There he is.
If you guys want to put your name in the bucket, put your name in the bucket. At some point, man, this show's gonna be nothing but bucket polls. We're not even gonna have people show up. We're just gonna have people put their name in the bucket and see what happens.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah. So you recently, I don't know how this happened, but you are now the owner of Ernest Tubb Record Shop. Can you tell us?
A part of the group.
Okay, part of the group. How did this happen? What's the story behind this?
Oh man, it's like a 4-year journey. I for a long time wanted to do something on Broadway. And I got lucky with some real estate investments, and that allowed me kind of to look at a bigger project. And I knew I got introduced to Ernest Tubb's grandson Dale, who told me about this building. There was an opportunity to buy it, So I was able to put a team of guys together, and we were able to purchase it. It took a lot longer to renovate it because that building. It's historic. It's a landmark, but it's kind of none of it is up to code, So
It's down.
it's
Literally on Broadway, right?
Oh, it's
on
prime.
Broadway. It's
Prime
between-
Broadway.
Yeah.
It's between Garth Brooks and Hank Jr. Its
Yeah.
location is unbelievable. We renovated, added a rooftop. We had actually an opening. I think it was November, and we quickly realized that unfortunately for the most of the tourists on Broadway, they just don't know who Ernest Tubb was. So we the group that kind of invested a lot of money and effort, and just we're discussing what is going to be the future of the building, because and unfortunately, people who care about the record shop, they don't like going to Broadway. That's a fundamental problem. So, but the brand will live on. We already having great conversations with other places that really care about it and they want to keep it going. So it will live on. The record shop will live on. We just try to make the best business decision at the same time.
Of course. And I'm going to give you a public announcement. Like, if you're in Nashville, if you're visiting Nashville, if you're a local of Nashville, go support a local that is doing stuff on Broadway and making a living and believes in a building and believes in a record shop and believes in a company. Like, go support local businesses, because there are too many people coming into Nashville trying to make a quick buck. This is somebody that genuinely believes. By the way, that was the first record store I went. My first day in Nashville, I went to Tootsie's and I went to Ernest Tubb Record Store. Like, it is an iconic place. If you love Nashville, if you support just people grinding, independent businesses, small businesses, please go to Ernest Tubb Record Shop and support you and the group that has tried to keep history and will keep history a part of Nashville, because if we lose that, we lose everything.
No,
so.
I appreciate it. And the good news, it will, survive. It just, we're still trying to figure it out. But
Yes.
we all care about it and what it means to
It's going to be
Nashville.
fine.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
income from that, maybe you could get a different location up in Wedgwood, Houston, or
there's
somewhere.
we definitely have some productive conversations. There's just a lot of moving parts. But
If you need advice, you know.
no. But no, you are correct. To me, that's more the issue on Broadway is the parking is very expensive. Locals don't love going there. So it's you sort of what we discovered quickly. It's really such a tourist kind of a thing, and that's why like modern names they just work.
Well, you got the location, man. You guys are going to do
that's
some
right.
cool
We'll figure
stuff.
it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Like they say in real estate, location, and you got it. All right. We got Bryson Cooper, who's already been on the stage. Bryson, what song are you singing for us?
Thinking and Driving.
All right, everybody give it up for Bryson Cooper singing his song, Thinking and Driving.
I've tried dive bar stools where fools can get whiskey on rocks and drown their regrets. I've tried forgetting with pills and medication, tried other women with lower expectations, but there just ain't enough when it comes to your love. So I think I'll fire that old Chevy up and drive. Think I'll go for a ride. If you weren't on my mind, blurring lines, I'd be lying. Dial cranked up to 10, put my hand in the wind, down I-65, and feels like I'm flying. My heart is burning, but it ain't from the whiskey. Oh, I might be swerving, but it's just from her memory. I've been thinking and driving. I've been thinking and driving. Well, I ain't gonna stop putting miles in between you and me. Well, this quarter tank buzz gets me out of Tennessee. I'll keep shifting gears, forgetting the years, leave all the good times in the rear view mirror and drive just to pass the time. If you weren't on my mind, blurring lines, I'd be lying. Dial cranked up to 10, put my hand in the wind, down I-65, and feels like I'm flying. My heart is burning, but it ain't from the whiskey. Oh, I might be swerving, but it's just from her memory. I've been thinking and driving. I've been thinking and driving. Well, there just ain't enough when it comes to your love. So I think I'll fire that old Chevy up and drive. Think I'll go for a ride. If you weren't on my mind, but lines, I'd be lying. Dial cranked up to 10, put my hand in the wind, down I-65, and feels like I'm flying. My heart is burning, but it ain't from the whiskey. Oh, I might be swerving, but it's just from a memory. I've I've been thinking and driving. I've been thinking and driving. I've been thinking and driving. Thinking and driving. Thank y'all.
All right,
Yes.
Bryson Cooper, everybody. Where are you from, man?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right, all right. Where specifically there?
New Palestine, Indiana.
Okay.
30 minutes east. Yeah.
Nice, nice, dude. What a cool voice, man.
Thank you.
I know you just played guitar for Kendra. Do you consider yourself more of a player or an artist, a songwriter?
I'm more of an artist.
Okay, okay. Move that mic stand. I don't want it to guard your beautiful face, man.
Thank you.
So tell us about that song.
Well, I just released it a week and a half ago, actually, and I wrote it with Dan Marshall, Cody Kaz, and Tommy Burton. And I wasn't supposed to be originally part of that, right? Actually, I was changing my tire on my car, and Cody called me and was like, "We need you here right now for this song." And
But you
just so
couldn't- you
happens I
couldn't
put it
get
out.
there. But
What'd
you
you
couldn't
say?
get there. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
I couldn't
freaking
get there, so I had
tired.
to Uber there. Yeah. But yeah, man, I walked in, they had like a little bit of the verse done, and I was like, man, I love this song because this is what I do. Is I go think and drive. Bad things happen, good things happen. I just go roll the windows down and go for a good drive in the country, and that's about it.
No, what'd you think?
Yeah, I loved it, dude. You got a great voice. Yeah, I love the concept. I can see, being in the writing room, having a great singer is such an asset. Some of the best writers are they can't really sing. So I think having somebody, you know what I mean, like use your strength and be in those rooms, man. Congrats,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's you got a cool rasp. I don't want to like compare you to anybody, but you have like it's a very unique sound. I love it. God, a lot of strong singers tonight, man.
I
Like,
know.
it's been
man.
crazy.
Yeah, you got a
It's
great
been
talent
nuts.
pool, man.
I like it was cool. Here's why I liked the song.
Yeah.
I heard the hook, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." Thinking and driving. It's like drinking and driving. And then the second verse hit me, and you had a little bit of reference into. Here's my only question: in the first verse, did you say anything about like getting pulled over or anything like that?
No, I have
Okay.
another song that talks about
Okay,
that,
okay,
actually.
okay, okay. So you said over the limit though, right? Something like that. Maybe not.
no,
Maybe not. Okay,
no.
okay. Whatever. Fuck me.
He's giving you free pointers.
I know.
I
Shit, Austin.
no. I liked whatever happened in that second verse, and then again in the chorus. As a first-time listener, I want to go back and hear it because there were a lot of little like Easter eggs.
There is, yeah.
That you said, the swerving, all
Yeah.
that. Like that was great, dude. It was just lyrically, everything led to the hook. And another thing too, and not a lot of songwriters talk about this, but one of the main places there's a few things that happen as a songwriter where you get ideas and titles where your mind is free. One of them is on an airplane. One of them is driving. One of them is in the shower. And I think I'm not like gonna take credit for this, but there was a podcast I listened to with Rick Rubin, and I think it was him. He was talking about like the ability to not be in control. You're just going through the motions, and specifically on an airplane or driving, like I know everybody thinks they're in control, but you're just kind of cruising.
toast.
And so I loved that that song was about the feelings you have when you're just thinking and driving, and you're just kind of like going through the motions, hand out the window. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Really, really, really well done. Really, really strong artist. I mean that song is all the
I'm
ingredients.
So glad
Thank
you.
you.
All
Thank
the
you.
ingredients. How's your
Repeated.
social media?
It's doing good. It's doing good, I guess.
Let's talk about the
I'm
numbers.
like a fucking label. Dude, I'm like a label. I'm like a
Yeah,
label.
yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
like we had to bring it up.
Wasn't very
yeah.
convincing.
Yeah, well, I'm at like 6,000 followers right now.
It's okay.
It's
not about followers. What are you-
Yeah, I've
My
been
OnlyFans has more than
exactly.
that.
Yeah. No, the thinking and driving content went really well. I gained a good amount of followers from that, and it was definitely the best, release going up to it I've had. I'm always posting shows and stories and stuff. I play all over town, so I go out on the road a lot. So it's a very, very tailored toward that for sure. Because I've just been on the road for the past 6 years of my life, just doing all that, and then moved here 2.5 years ago and still do that. So that's a big part of it. But
Anything you have to say?
I was just thinking, if I was a young artist starting up now, like, what would you do to break through the clutter, right?
It's a good question.
It's so competitive, And I think
Get a DUI.
Well,
did that.
I don't know, man.
Shut up.
Throw a chair off
Shut
the
up.
roof.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have an idea. Okay, keep going.
No, just to me, like, I was talking to somebody a month ago about how labels think, and you gotta, if you can sell hard tickets even in your area, and it could be, 100 to 200 seaters, nothing
Yep.
huge, that's a very promising sign. Obviously having a genuine viral moment is helpful,
Absolutely.
But I think, working on the live craft, being able to entertain people and build this consistent following, right? I think that's kind of where it's at. Before you have your first hit, it's just being able to connect with people and, and just put on a hell of a show, or people are going to be talking about, you know. And that's, that's an art form, but it feels like
It's the future, man.
well,
People
I mean,
don't want to go to a show where it's just
it's
manufactured.
you gotta develop that thing, have the right band, have it, I mean, the other thing to do, like, I don't know, this is just me spitballing, but if you have any friends who are influencers, and and get a little push, let them manage you, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Because that's a big part of it,
That's not a bad idea.
You just gotta get that attention, right? Everybody's competing for the same thing, and it's just a lot of supply.
Holy shit, you just came up with the best idea I've ever heard. A manager that's an influencer.
That's right.
Because these managers are full of shit these days. They act like they know everybody, and they act like they can do things for you. They can't.
Well, the biggest thing is
Get my song out there, man. Get it out. Get me 100,000 streams.
Well, it's like you need somebody to generate sales. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's the blunt truth of it. You know what I mean? A lot of people know how to do the back end of the business, make sure it's, they'll do all the accounting and whatever. But the biggest thing you need is that, right, to grab that attention, and that is so hard. But that will be probably advice for anybody who's starting out now. That's
I love
Unless you
that.
are the
I
influencer
love
yourself.
that, and I actually have some specific advice. And maybe you're doing this already. So if you are, I apologize. Have you mentioned your DUI on social media?
Yeah.
Okay, a lot.
A good amount. There's always a Easter egg somewhere about it,
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
wrote a
be
song about it.
straight up. I'm gonna be straight up. So that song is called "Thinking and Driving." That is a spin on drinking and driving. What you need to do is you need to say, "Hey, this girl got me so fucked up that I went out and I drove drunk and I got a DUI. Show your mugshot."
That's the exact song
and
I
play
already
this.
wrote.
Okay, but do it again.
I know.
Do it again.
It's called DUY, WHY, like why it
I
happened.
get it, and that's great too. You're a great songwriter, I can already tell. But I think for this specific content, the song just came out. You gotta just reuse it, dude. I've never seen it.
DUI hasn't came out yet, so that maybe that could be.
So then don't
the
save
next thing.
shit. Just
Yeah.
use it now. You got a song called "Drinking and Thinking" right now, or what is it called? Fucking thinking and drinking. I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm drinking and speaking. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Man, I'm definitely. It's on the A list
But
for sure.
I like it, man. It's memorable. What you're
It's
saying.
memorable. It's memorable.
Thank
But
y'all.
be honest. You have to. Sorry, I just cut myself off. You got to be honest with your content right
For
now,
sure.
and it's something that you've been through that a lot of people, have gotten lucky by not getting. So just go there.
It's authentic, right?
It's authentic. It's real.
I appreciate it.
It sucks. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be
No,
an
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
But
Are you promoting?
no, I'm not. I'm
But
saying
people love
don't-
authenticity.
I'm saying don't do it. There's a lot of people. No, there's a lot of people that honestly get home and are like, I don't know how the fuck I just got home, and I'm
Very true.
lucky. So just go with that.
Yeah.
All right, give it up.
Hey,
Give it up, Bryson Cooper, everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
And do not drink and drive. But if you do happen to drink tonight, be sure to drink pantalones.
Think
Yeah.
before driving.
God.
Think about it.
Yeah, think about it.
Don't make the wrong mistake.
All right, we got one more name in here. Let's get him up here. And we do have the bucket if you guys want to put your name in the bucket.
Cooper.
What's going on?
Cooper Hoff, come on up here.
There he is.
All right. Ilya, I know you don't like to brag on yourself, but
Oh, man.
why do you think everybody in town wants to use you?
Oh, well, it's not true, first of all. You know,
It is
they're-
true.
You know, they're
What separates you?
You know, again, I think when I started, you know, like I spoke earlier about the timing of it and the kind of the tides were turning, and then you know you get lucky as a session player. You start working with certain producers that just get so hot, you know. So I've been like lucky to work, you know, with Joey, for instance. You know, when he first moved to Joey Moy, when he first got here, you know, he was kind of building his country portfolio, you know, and we spent probably 5 years just he and I just building tracks. And the Cruise was one of those, you know, but we did Jake Owen and, you know, all those multiple, you know, Florida FGL records and a bunch of big loud acts, you know. I mean, same thing for Den Huff, you know, been a great, you know, relationship for me, you know. So, you know, I think I just got to keep improving, you know. There's so much new information. You got to keep on you cannot just get comfortable, you know, because there's like new, younger players coming up. You know, everybody is very, very good. And, you know, you just, I don't know.
I mean, there's two things I can say that you're not going to say. Is that you can execute and you can take direction well. And you're not trying to be the star of the show.
Right.
There's a couple things that you do
No,
really well.
I appreciate it. Well, I think it kind of comes with you have to have that way. If you show up to the studio, you gotta take direction. You know, you gotta be versatile. Where you think your idea is great, and the producer says, "No, let's try something else." You can't get a bad attitude. You try to kind of like interpret what they're saying and change gears. You know, one thing that I feel like I really learned something maybe in the last 3 years, a lot more appreciation and patience, I think, with people, understanding the grind of it all. And that goes for young artists, but even, I mean, established artists, people who had hits, you know, how much pressure they're under, you know, when we show up to the studio and they have the songs that they're picked and everything is teed up for us with an amazing engineer to go make a record, you know, like the amount of work that happened behind the scenes, you know. And maybe when I was younger, maybe I was maybe a little bit more self-centered, you know. And now, you know, as I get older, I'm like, wow, that's it kind of doesn't matter who you are as good as your last hit. You know what I mean? You got to just keep on going, you know.
No, that's very true. I mean, I'll brag on you because you played on most of my records. The thing with Ilya that he's not gonna brag on is you. Number one, you're more in the pocket than anybody's ever been in Nashville, but you have the ability to create. You're very creative. You're not just like, hey, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just roll with what's given to me today. You're willing to kind of like on take 3, take 4, take 5, like test it a little bit and throw in some unique flavor. And then when we're going through and we're comping the record, like I'll be like, oh my God, what is that? Like that's something that I never thought of. And you do that. Like you're AI before AI,
Well,
right?
I appreciate it, man. I mean, I think we all have like our influences, you know, and I think it's good to kind of give people kind of the basic stuff, and then you can get more creative. And I think to me, understanding where the artist's coming from musically, what is the energy, the vibe, you know, also what is the song, you know, like I think a lot of musicians, you know, don't really listen to the lyric, you know, and that's something I learned from guys like Shane McAnally, you know, who's probably one of the most successful people. That's I've done so many of his demos when he first started, you know, and he was like really starting from zero, but he had this crazy intuition about like what the mood and the lyric of the song, like, you know what I mean, like he
How it
wrote
makes
the
you
song
feel. How it makes you
and
feel.
how it translates to the band. That was like he was just on another level.
I mean, country music is if you're not listening to the lyric, the drummer, the rhythm section,
Right.
is literally in country music going around the vocal.
That's
so
right.
if you're not listening to it, and it
Yeah.
creates all sorts of ideas. The whole I'm gonna get way too nerdy actually. And
No, no, no,
start
but
talking
you-
about stuff that people probably won't.
But no,
understand,
you are correct. I think as we're starting out, like younger guys, we want to get our favorite licks in the song and this and that. But really, you gotta step back and look at the bigger picture, and that comes with experience.
Did he do on one of your songs? You finish up the chorus and it goes into a solo, and you just stole the melody of the vocal as you did that a couple times.
Oh,
I
like
was
on the
oh, that's
solo?
genius.
No.
Yeah, just when you take
No, sometimes
the melody.
simplicity is. I think what a lot of also. I think it's a younger guy kind of thing. When you practice and you want to show off your virtuosity, but it's not sometimes is needed for kind of a country. You know what I mean? You got to stay true to the song and to the artist. Sometimes the simple is the best, but you got to perform it with emotion. It cannot be just kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to all hit at the same target.
Well, I have to thank you, by the way, too,
Oh,
because
man.
I had played on 5 or 6 songs. We had a session day, and I played on some Austin songs for the first time.
Oh,
in
that's
a while.
awesome.
And they told me it wasn't your stuff on the demo. You then came in afterwards or something, and they said, "You're not going to believe it, but Ilya asked who the drummer was on this." And
Oh, that's
said, "Wow,
awesome.
yeah, that's really good," or something. Unless you didn't say that, and they were just making me feel.
No, I'm
But
sure
I was
I
at
did,
a point
man.
at that session where I was like really doubting. I don't know. I was going through
Oh,
like a mental
dude.
thing where I was really doubting whether I should be doing this or whatever. And
No, look,
You
you
gave me
work with Austin, and he's dude. Like, he knows what he's doing, and obviously he has a track record, and he's got great instincts. So, yeah, congrats.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, everybody, give it up. How old are you? I gotta ask.
I'm 14.
Holy crap! Give it up for the 14-year-old Cooper Hoff singing his song "Away From Me."
When I'm with the guys and I look in your eyes, I get a feeling that I always get. When I see your face, it really makes my heart race, and it beats right into my chest. There's a feeling that I get around you, but I don't know what it is. Because my nights get colder and my days get longer, and the sky gets a little more blue. You're my world, you're my girl, you're the only thing I want, and you're killing me. And I'm away from you, feels like I'm away from me. When I see your smile, it makes me think for a while, when will I see you again? When I hear your voice, it doesn't give my heart a choice, and I really act like a fool. Because my nights get colder and my days get longer, and the sky gets a little more blue. You're my world, you're my girl, you're the only thing I want, and you're killing me. I'm away from you, feels like I'm away from me. When I'm around you, all my friends say I'm a fool. Because my nights get colder and my days get longer, and the sky gets a little more blue. You're my world, you're my girl, you're the only thing I want, and you're killing me. And I'm away from me. When I'm away from you, feels like I'm away from me.
All right. Give it up
Thank
for
you.
Cooper Hoff, everybody. 14 years old, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Southwest Florida.
Very cool. Very cool. What town specifically?
Punta Gorda.
Okay.
Punta Gorda, Florida. It's
What's that close to?
It's right in between Sarasota and Fort Myers.
Nice, nice. Very cool, man. How long you been singing?
I have been singing around, I think it's 3 years, maybe.
Okay.
First time I got on stage was about 4 years ago.
And how long you been playing guitar?
I have been playing guitar for 5 years.
Very cool, man. Dude, I mean, 14 years old. That's crazy. You started at 10, so
That's right.
let's go back to that moment for you. I mean,
He was throwing some hot licks.
I know he was. He was.
Did you
Yeah.
write that out? Did you
Yeah,
write
did you write
all
that song by yourself?
Yes, I did actually. I mean, my dad helped me with a few words. Thank you.
Nice. Your dad's a songwriter too?
No, he's very good at figuring out words to put in that area. You know,
Yeah.
figuring out rhymes. He's very good at.
Well,
that
he's
kind of
lived
thing.
a little bit more life than you have, so
Yes,
you know
yes.
he might be able to fill in the blanks. What was that song about, man?
So I was down at South Carolina for a baseball tournament with my team, and hilariously, it's actually my friend's cousin. And on my way home, I was thinking of her because and I started writing the song, and the idea of it was that I lived 3 states away, so the idea was behind it that I feel away from myself when I'm away from you. So that's kind of how I got the idea of it.
It's a really cool idea, man. Really cool, and I love that it's real to you. What do you think, Ilya?
Man, I think you have a lot of potential, dude. Just keep on working on your craft. You know, I feel like lately, I have a daughter who's older than you are. She's in college. Like, she's a huge Ty Myers fan, but I didn't realize that kid is like 18 or something. He's massive. So, like, there's another Maddox Bats and nothing. I played on some of his stuff, and he's pretty young. So I think there's a room for young country artists, that just keep doing your thing and grow your following. Man, that's where it's at.
No, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you got a cool voice, man. It's unique. It's like higher registry, but there's still some rasp in there, and it's probably going to change a lot as well as your songwriting and your style and everything. But we've had a lot of young artists on the show, and my biggest advice for you, man, is like, I love that you're playing baseball. I love that you're living your life, because the only way to write good music and the only way to be a true artist is to live. And you have so much life ahead of you. When I was
it's all right.
when I was 14 years old, I would have loved to have the opportunity to talk to an artist or a amazing session play, like one of the best ever. Any questions you have about going into the studio for the first time, maybe? Like, what questions do you have?
So I've asked Brent Mason this question many times.
So you know some good people, all right?
But this is a guitar question. How do you come up with the idea for your licks that you create?
It's a great question. I think it all starts with just like learning like a lot of songs. You kind of build up this encyclopedia of licks in your head, and then it kind of becomes like second nature to you. I think I would definitely start by learning the classic licks. You got good. I can tell. You're advanced. Just keep growing that, and all those things will come to you. To me, like guys like Zach Top, is a great example. I mean, I think he was like a bluegrasser. I would encourage you to look into that world. Learn some bluegrass tunes. But also, like I like what Austin said. I think it's if you can write songs that are like relevant to like people your age, and you talk about the same things. That's very interesting and that's authentic. And so great advice on your part.
You'll get fans that are with you for every stage of your career because you're always writing about where they're at, right? So like, it's just I don't know. It's something I've seen a lot of people. Thomas Rhett does it as well. He's great at that. But yeah, man, just try to and also you briefly mentioned this. Go back. I'm talking before your dad's time because your dad's a young guy. Go back to the 50s, the 60s, like. Even before then, like look at some of the artists that like just came up in the Grand Ole Opry, like old school country, and like really research them and like what made them special and what made them stand out. If you want to be in this genre, they really pride themselves on the history of country music. So go back and watch that documentary that just came out about the history. Like educate yourself on what makes country music so unique. Because it's like Ernest Tubb Record Shop. Like it's you have to appreciate those things because those are the people that paved the way for you to be 14 years old singing country music.
100%. And then back to kind of guitar playing. You mentioned Brent Mason, who's obviously the most revered player in Nashville. I mean, sound behind Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn, so many. I mean, dominated for 20 years and still as relevant as ever. But yeah, learn some Brent Mason solos, and for acoustic guitar I would recommend Billy Strings, or you can go back Tony Rice. If you get a good bluegrass really offers such this technical facility. If you get good at it, you can play any country song. So yeah, work on that if you want to advance on the guitar.
Hilariously, you say that to learn some Brent Mason leads. I do video chats with him to work on learn guitar.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hilariously, he just sent me I Don't Even Know Your Name by Alan Jackson.
Oh,
I've been working on that one.
Oh,
so
no, that's awesome.
that's a
You're young, and this is a great age to get good, man. You got time right now, so use it wisely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. Cooper Hoff, thank you so much, dude. You were
Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
Give it up for him, yeah!
Absolutely.
I've
We got any names in the bucket?
I like that.
Anybody
though.
else want to put their name in the bucket? We got last chance. Anybody drunk enough at the bar to put your name in the bucket?
You can interpretive dance if you'd like.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right. Here we go. We got some names. This is like Kill Tony. We have 375 names in the bucket. All right. What are we doing? Nick Singer. Is his name in there 30 times? No, I'm just kidding. All right, Nick
No
Singer,
way.
come on.
You
All right.
guessed the right amount of jelly beans
All
that are
right.
in the jar. you never done that.
Oh man.
What a
All right.
loser.
What is the worst session you've been a part of, and what is the best session you've been a part
Oh, God. The worst session. I got to think about this.
What makes it a tough? What makes it the worst session? Maybe.
Oddly enough, man, I've been pretty lucky to have really good experiences. I think there are two scenarios where things could go badly, okay? One is when, sometimes it happens with not major label stuff, but when there's some, we'll call them custom producers, guys that just come in and work with, okay, I had this experience, I was really busy. This is like about 10 years ago. A friend of a friend sends me an email, hey, I want you to demo this song. And the email had like 3 pages. That's not a good sign. They're writing an essay about their song and and how they want it to be. I remember that specifically that song he wanted to sound like that duet that Jason Aldean and Kelly Clarkson had together. That my buddy Jason Sellers wrote. It's a great song, and thankfully, the songwriter was not in Nashville. He was living somewhere else. He just sent me the song, and to be honest, like we're so busy, I haven't listened to it. I'm in the studio. We're doing 4 or 5 songs with Nashville songwriters, all going great. We get to that last one, and I get this work tape. I get, guys, I haven't heard it. Here it is, and I'm like looking at his email, like, wow, like that's a lot of info, and literally, it's maybe the worst song I've ever heard. And thankfully, and if he was in the room, I probably would not. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but he wasn't there, and I told the guys, we're gonna take an early lunch break. I think I found the edge. Like we cannot.
This is the limit.
It was called.
I cannot. I cannot do it.
It was called "I Don't Want to Stay Here a Little While."
Oh my God.
But and again, it was not like a bad session, but it was like one of those things. We're all trying to make a living, right? But at some point, they're just, when a song needs like 3 major surgeries to get to a listenable place. And when it's somebody who just doesn't have the talent,
Totally.
Yeah, because we got to be careful also with what, how much we give. We want to stay
course.
inspired and, but, Nashville sessions for the most part are very pleasant. Every once in a while there's somebody having a bad day or their attitudes. But, I feel like I've been, for the most part, very, very safe.
What's a song that you heard before anybody in the studio that you instantly knew was a hit?
Well, Cruise was obvious, but he was, Joey's amazing. I think some of the stuff I've demoed. I've done a lot of demos for Ashley Gorley, who's probably highly, 80 number one's a crazy number. I just remember demoing Running Out of Moonlight, at the old Benchmark studio. It's like you knew that was going to be a hit. How Country Feels, I demoed that for Neil Thrasher. I just remember, it's like there's I don't know, you just know there's electricity about it. It's not that that every time, but there's certain ones just stand out.
Because I can sit here right now and go, da-da-da.
Oh. Well, that was all I remember it's Wendell and Neil Thrasher, and we're doing Heyday, we're doing all these demos, and they just wanted to feel like AC/DC meets, Bryan Adams, unbelievable. But those guys are so good.
So good. So good. All right, everybody, what song are you singing, by the way?
It's called Let Me Know.
All right, everybody give it up for Nick Singer singing a song, Let Me Know.
What's up, guys? My name's Nick Singer, and this is called Let Me Know. And it's about a girl that goes to Belmont.
Nick, hold on.
We got the same.
Hold on. You got it. Turn it up. Hold on.
Did we not have it?
Hold on. Check.
I might as well tune a little bit, too.
That's what I was going to say. Tune your fucking guitar. We have the best guitar player in Nashville. Please. Tune your guitar before we start. I got another question. He's going to tune up. I'm sorry. We got the best guitar player in Nashville. You got to have a tuned guitar.
It's all good, man. Yeah, go.
What, Okay, what's a song that you're really proud of because of the part that you specifically played?
Oh, man. To be honest with you, this is funny. There's a song that was number 1 called Banjo by Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
So I remember, I grew up playing a lot of banjo. That was my first love. And I remember getting the call, go to Blackbird, Den Huff. They already cut the track. And I remember he said, look, it's back to that conversation. You cannot overplay, don't play crazy stuff. This is the song. I want you to do the crazy stuff. So
you got to have fun.
Oh, I got to have fun.
And go back to your banjo.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's the one that, means a lot to me just because, I also got a compliment about it from Bela Fleck, who is my hero growing up, as far as banjo goes. And he said he heard it. He was like, he knew it was somebody who could really play that played on it. So it meant a lot to me.
That is so cool, man. I love that. All right, go listen to banjo and know it's Ilya playing.
I'm going to play it tonight, yeah.
All right. Nick, you ready?
I am, bro.
Give it up for Nick Singer. Come on.
Oh my God. This is wild right
Hold on. Ilya, turn me back up. Ilya, can you tune his guitar? Ilya's going to tune his guitar.
I would actually be honored.
This is such an honor, and he's touching your guitar. You can sell it for $2,000 more than it's worth now.
All right, pay attention. I'm even going to create a bunch of reverberations.
Ilya, when tuning a guitar, what do you listen for?
I'm just watching the
Play a
tuner.
little something on it,
I mean, this is historic right here.
yeah. I started as a guitar player too. I should know how to tune a guitar.
It's okay. You're nervous, dude. Come on.
They're just hard sometimes.
Got that magic touch.
By the way, these things, you need to.
Bro, they always die. Like,
No. Don't
There's-
tune to this.
there's
Tune
a
to
pedal
the
tuner
tune
on
to
the
the
ground
pedal
there.
right there. It's way better. These things are bullshit. They're a scam. And so is this. Perfect timing. We're a high budget production. Jeez Louise. Unbelievable.
I knew it was falling the whole time.
All right, you know what?
I knew it was falling.
Can you play my guitar?
I could. I mean, he's got it.
How's it feeling?
That's better.
That's not bad.
We're getting there? Oh my God. What is this, a jigsaw puzzle?
It's like having the cruise hands.
What kind of guitar is this thing?
It's orange wood.
Orange wood?
It's not a Taylor, but it's like, you know, the next best thing. It's
What
weird,
is happening? We're close. This is a very historic moment on the podcast, I got to say.
I love this.
Ilya is tuning a guitar. Doesn't get better than this.
It's weird. Like, I've wanted to upgrade the guitar so many times, but I've written so many songs on it. I feel like
okay.
attached to it. I don't want to.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
once it's tuned,
There you go.
don't touch it.
Just put it in a glass case and
I
put it
know.
on the wall.
Yeah.
I
Next
don't
song
even know
write,
what to
it's gonna be
say.
number
I
one
don't
on
even know what to say in this moment. Are you guys having a good time so far? Everybody good? All right.
Yeah, pretty historic episode, really.
It's as good as it's gonna get, dude. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
All right, guys.
Plug in. Are you plugged in?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Austin. Again, my name's Nick Singer, and this is called Let Me Know. And it's written about a girl that goes to Belmont, so I hope you enjoy it. Girl, we got the same friends, yeah, we got a lot to lose. If I told you right now, told you what I want to, it's a little weird, cause you ain't really my type. But there's something about you I just can't get off my mind. You said you think my hair's too long, and I said I'm not too fond of tattoos. I don't wanna come off right now too strong, cause I'm afraid it might make me lose you. Every time you laugh at something dumb I say, it kinda makes me wonder if you feel the same. So girl, just let me know if this is going somewhere, if I'm on my own. Just breathing in the air, cause every little look you throw got me caught up in the middle of a maybe and a no. Girl, just let me know if you're feeling what I'm feeling, if you wanna take it slow and keep it how it's been, cause I don't wanna cross that line if you ain't thinking so. Girl, just let me know. You've been riding shotgun, windows down all night, talking about your exes and laughing at my life. You lean a little closer when your song comes on, and then you pull away, and it feels like something's wrong. But friends don't stay the way you do sometimes, and friends don't stay talking till the sunrise. But every time your hand brushes up against mine, I start thinking maybe I should cross that line. So girl, just let me know if this is going somewhere, if I'm on my own. Just breathing in the air, cause every little look you throw got me caught up in the middle of a maybe and a no. So girl, just let me know if you're feeling what I'm feeling, if you wanna take it slow and keep it how it's been, cause I don't wanna cross that line if you ain't thinking so. Get ready. Girl, just let me know. So girl, just let me know we can ditch experience in this town. I can look you in the eye and I can tell you right now what I want to say so honestly. And if you want to get lost, just follow me, yeah. We don't gotta put a label on it. No pressure, no stress, no promise. Stepping onto this for the longest time. And baby, I don't even know if I can promise that I ain't gonna mess it all up. But when it's done, I can say what I want. Cause 3 months, want summer, no rules, just us. If it ends, we can end it with a little less dust. But I can't keep pretending like I don't want you. Got a lot to gain and a lot to use. I don't wanna use you like that, but let's have a little bit of fun, girl. Don't let me know if this is going somewhere, if I'm on my own. Just breathing in the air, cause every little look you throw got me caught up in the middle of a maybe and a no. So girl, just let me know if you're feeling what I'm feeling, if you wanna take it slow and keep it how it's been, cause I don't wanna cross that line if you ain't thinking so. Girl, just let me know, yeah. Girl, just let me know. Whoa, yeah.
All right, next singer, everybody.
All right, bro.
All right. Ilya is gonna leave right after he gives this feedback because he has your son has something. He's a dad too. He wears a lot of hats. So I want you to give some feedback and then I want you to get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, dude, first of all, thank you for having me on, dude. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Yeah, I've
Thank
known
you so much for being on here.
For a while, dude. So congrats on this new venture. This is awesome.
And before you give the feedback, I know you have to go. I just want to thank you so much. Like, truly, you guys don't understand, and I know people watching this podcast, like, we always try to get the best at what they do. There is literally nobody in town that is better than you. You are so talented, such a humble person, so good at what you do. He plays on every record you're a fan of. Ilya, it's been an honor to have you. So thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely.
Give it up for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
So give him some feedback and get the hell out of here. I'm going to say, the headline's going to say, Ilya walks out on the podcast. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Man,
viral
no such thing as a bad publicity, right? I see what you're doing. No, it's good, man. The only thing, the rapping to me, that was really hot. Like, I don't know, when it went through the phase where I feel like that was very popular. So I would like, to me, it makes it more dated, the rapping part,
I get it, yeah.
But I see, again, at the end of the day, honestly, Nick, what matters is like, and that's it to any artist. We all, been in the industry for 20 plus years, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, man. What matters, like, again, discover your fan base. Like, you know what I mean? Find people who like your stuff. Just build your thing. Be authentic. And take cues from your audience. And,
Yeah.
So that's where it's at. I mean, it's a lot of work. You got to be really passionate about the craft, and if you're really pursuing this thing, keep doing your thing.
Thank you, bro.
You got it.
We'll keep this conversation going. Ilya
Toshinsky,
thank you so much, man. You're the best. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Give it up for Ilya. Come on.
Thank you, bro. Good meeting you.
What an honor it was to have him.
Shout
Nick,
out.
how you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, too. How's Belmont? Are you, what year are you?
Junior.
Junior. So
So-
you got one more year?
Yeah, like a year and a half. I got an extra semester because my
Very
transfer,
cool.
but yeah, for sure.
Very cool. How'd you feel, man? How'd you feel about your performance?
Thought it was good. A little pitchy, but I'm really confident in the song. I'm passionate about the rapping. I don't know. Got 2 beers in me, so maybe it could be better. But you know what? I'm pretty happy I got to.
What's up with your music, man? What's going on? You got some songs coming out, or?
Yeah. So since I was last on the show in September, I came out with a song called "Label on It." That's been doing pretty good. It's over 7K streams on Spotify. And then the song I just played for you, it's called "Let Me Know." That's coming out. I'm shooting for within the next month. It's still being mixed and everything, but whenever I get that mix back, I'm gonna start promoting it and putting it out.
Nice,
So, yeah.
dude. Nice.
Who do you have producing, or you might have just said that. But
Well, the guy who's mixing it, his name is Jonathan Roach, but I wrote the song by myself. I produced it by myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, I think you need to write with other people. It's the same thing I tell a lot of people. You got to get some vocal lessons. Keep working on the vocals. Keep working on your playing. Keep working on, you gotta put a couple things together, and it's nothing you can't do. But I think you're, you got to be competitive. You're just not competitive right now, and that's okay. Like, what else do you do besides music?
Student. Go to the gym. I mean, music's pretty much been my life since I was 10. I started as a guitarist in cover bands and did the artist thing. Started in high school. I'm 3 years into that now, so that's kind of full send. Reason why I'm in Nashville, the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I asked you, like, what do you think of your performance? Like, you kind of said it. You were like, I don't know, it could be better. Like, if you feel like it is at the level, like, you would have been like, oh, it was the fucking best. Like, you gotta get to that level where you get on stage and it's like, that was the best thing I could have ever done, right? And, like, I don't know. I don't think you thought that either. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it could have definitely been better for sure. Not every performance is like a 10.
Of course.
I will admit. It wasn't my best performance. Yeah, I mean, I think just mainly the vocals were a little pitchy, but I love the song itself. In the studio, it's obviously gonna be perfect pitch and everything like that. But yeah, I think just playing live, it's especially being in Nashville, playing writers' rounds, it's given me an opportunity to really practice like being on stage and playing in front of other people and kind of honing that craft. And you're right, just full send. Because if you don't believe it, then the audience is not gonna believe it.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, it's hard, and I know it's tough, like with Ilya, but man, I just keep don't stop. Like, just keep doing it. Like, don't take this as like a reason to like stop, but just keep going and get better. Like, that's all it is. Like, you got it. Yeah. And believe in yourself.
You do co-writes though, right? Like, maybe you didn't write. Are
Bro,
you against it or what?
I've done co-writes, but if I'm being honest, like whenever I write, I feel like the best stuff I've written is just, it comes at the most random times, just like at 1 a.m. Just every co-write I've done, I've never really like been like, wow, that's like a hit song, that's a great song. It's just been like, all right, not bad, but I don't know if this is a bad thing, but like I feel like whenever I have to rush the process and there's like a timeline on it, it never comes out like as good. And I've been told that's like a skill you kind of have to, you get better at as you do it. So that's definitely
You're so big on the co-writing process, but that's for a reason. We've talked about it so many times on the show.
Yeah.
Everybody comes into the room with a different skill set.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would encourage you to co-write. I think you got to push yourself to do that. But man, Nick Singer, thank you so much for coming on again, brother.
Awesome,
Appreciate
thank you.
Yeah.
Give it up for him.
We do. I know it's crazy, but we do have a special guest coming. I know it's late. I know Ilya just left, but we do have a special guest showing up in a little bit.
We can kill
so
a little time.
Are you guys cool if we do another bucket pull? We got a little time. Somebody special coming up. All right, come on. All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, get somebody out of there. Come on. Ow. Nobody. Fake news.
We got. He shares my first name, Cody Lee Rose. Are you out there?
Cody?
He left.
All right, somebody else.
Unbelievable. Marcus Krupp. Marcus. Oh, I should know how to say your last name.
Marcus Krupp. Come on, all the way from Colorado, bucket pole. Colorado bucket pole. Wow, get on up here, brother.
He's gonna use your beautiful sunburst. Yep.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm
all the
happy
way
to be
from
here.
Colorado?
Yeah, I've been to 4 different states in the last 10 days. So
wow, what are you doing?
Exhausted.
Are you on spring break or?
Work. So I went to Tuscaloosa. I worked for Stagecoach US, so I got to go see Morgan Wallen build in Tuscaloosa. Living in Colorado, funeral in Illinois, and then came here.
How was Morgan in Tuscaloosa?
Absolutely.
Did you build that stage?
Iconic, yeah.
Wow.
Iconic.
What
so
makes
cool.
the stage different? What makes his stage different than other stages you built?
It's all custom, for one. It's big and it's heavy. He used a lot of stuff like Beyonce and Taylor Swift did with the big steel on top. It's heavy. I think he's holding like almost 180,000 pounds of production. Wow. It's wild. It's expensive.
Yeah, I bet. All right, well, Marcus, we're going to have you No, we're gonna have you sing a song, and then we have somebody from the band Restless Road who's gonna walk up and just be chilling with us for a little bit. So if you guys are a fan of Restless Road,
Love Restless.
we
Road.
got
I wasn't
some.
going to tell you that.
No,
But
so don't get nervous. But if you see Colton walk in, he's gonna
Son of a.
come right up here.
No, you were at I didn't know you at the time, but you were at the
I
Denver
was wearing the
show
Restless hat.
at the Grizzly Rose.
That's right.
And then you told me that you were there.
Well,
so-
only in Nashville are you able to come up here, perform, and have
That's what I'm talking about.
literally the best guitar player ever in Nashville, and then a member of Restless Road come up and
That's
take his
pretty
spot.
sick.
So,
I'm stoked.
give it up for Marcus Krupp singing what?
Is this thing on? I want to play Halfway Gone, brand new one. I'm going to track it tomorrow, actually.
All right. Marcus Krupp singing Halfway Gone.
Looks like you never called back, just broke its own damn rule. I guess I'm one bad habit that you never outgrew. When I see you every couple of months, it ain't but a couple hours till my phone lights up, babe. Looks like you went and moved on quicker than you swore you would. Tell yourself that moving on is really treating you good. Feeling Instagram with all of your lies. If you really traded up, then baby, tell me why. Sometimes you call me when you're sipping on red wine, saying it's so much better than all that Busch Light. We used to drink it every weekend or two. Now you say I grew up and maybe I should too. Makes me wonder why you even dial up my phone. Funny how your buzz fades when the bottle runs low. You said we were a mess, it was a shit show, but every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone. Does he know about me, or do you hide it a lot? Why you keep my number saved to some other guy? If you want him to be the only one you run to now, I think it might be best if you put the bottle down. Sometimes you call me when you're sipping on red wine, saying it's so much better than all that Busch Light. We used to drink it every weekend or two, and now you say I grew up and maybe I should too. Makes me wonder why you even dial up my phone. Funny how your buzz fades when the bottle runs low. You said we were a mess, it was a shit show. Every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone. I bet you're so damn happy you got your Mr. Right. But tell me who you think about when you can't sleep at night. Sometimes you call me when you're sipping on red wine, saying it's so much better than all that Busch Light. We used to drink it every weekend or two. Now you say you grew up and maybe I should too. Makes me wonder why you even dial out my phone. Funny how your buzz fades when a bottle runs low. You said we were a mess, it was a shit show, but every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone.
All right. Marcus
Thanks,
Krupp,
y'all.
everybody.
Marcus.
Very cool, man. Did you write that song by yourself? Or?
I did, all by my lonesome.
Very cool.
I don't have any friends, so.
Dude, this is what, your third time on the show?
My third time, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah,
Third
first time you sang a song called
Bullet in a Bible.
Bullet in a Bible.
Yeah, I did Bullet in a Bible.
Yep. And thank you for your service again.
Thanks, man.
I always love to
Appreciate
have
it, brother.
our military. Shout out to our military. Got a badass military, by the way.
We do.
But man, I think I've seen you. Now that people are on the show, like I follow you and I
Yeah.
see you, and I've been seeing you promoting that song a little bit, right? And
Yeah.
it's gotten some traction.
What you were talking about Suno demos earlier. I Suno demoed that song, and I was like, I'm gonna tease it. We'll see what happens. I had like 400 followers at the time on TikTok, and it like exploded, figurative, or I guess I've got like 6,500 followers now. Literally just from that song in like 2, 3, 4 months or whatever it was, and I was like, shit, that's not me. I can't put this song out. So that's why I'm here, actually. I'm going to cut it tomorrow, and we're going to put it out for real. We'll see how it goes.
Good. Very cool. Yeah, dude. I mean, that, if I'm being, like, honest with you, I saw you using the Suno vocal, and I knew it wasn't you, and you were like lip syncing to the Suno. And my only thing is like, just because I know it, I was like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. And I, because then people are falling in love with like a vocal and a sound that's like not you. Yeah. So it just felt like a little inauthentic. But I'm excited to hear the like actual song and then have you actually singing it. By the way, I think your vocals have gotten better since last time you were on. Man. So I can tell you're like working. I can see you're working on social media. I can see you're working on your vocals. I can see you're trying to get better. And that's what it's about, dude. Like it's just about like the little. You've in the last 6 months, like you've made a lot of progress. So I'm like, thank you. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Not that that matters, but like I am proud of you.
It does matter. It matters a lot.
What are you doing? Get up here. We've been waiting for you, dude. What the hell?
Oh my God, Colton Pack.
Colton Pack in the house tonight. Come on, give it up for him. Yeah.
We're gonna Spark Notes his song for you.
Oh, man.
No, we ran out of things to talk about.
Yeah, get
We're
it.
like, Marcus, you're gonna go.
By the way, this is hilarious. This is just how weird the world is.
This is wild.
First time he came on the show, he was wearing a Restless Road hat.
I was, yeah.
And
we made the brown one when it says Restless upside down over the top.
We made the
yeah, and he was like creeping around. He's like, "What are you wearing?"
I
was like,
saw
"Oh,
it
I freaking
backwards.
love Restless Road, man."
I
And
said,
he was like,
"Dude."
"Fun fact of the day."
Well, I didn't hear the song, but I love you already.
Why don't you play chorus real quick?
All right, ready? Sometimes you
check it. Yep. There it is.
And
Still,
hold on.
like I said,
I'm going
first
to
time.
give you more
First
advice.
time. Yeah.
Play it
Yeah, it
slower.
felt like you were. Were you playing it a little
Ready?
faster just because? There it is. There it is.
Sometimes you call me when you're sipping on red wine, saying it's so much better than all that Busch Light. We used to drink it every weekend or two. Now you say you grew up and maybe I should too. Makes me wonder why you even dial up my phone. Funny how your buzz fades when the bottle runs low. You said we were a mess, it was a shit show, but every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone.
Spark Notes, there you go. Yeah, dude. So I was telling him. So he lives in Colorado. We're filling him in as we go.
Yeah.
He lives in Colorado. He wrote the song by himself. He did a Suno demo to it, and I've been giving him a little shit because he has been lip syncing in his car to the Suno demo.
Yeah.
However, he's recording it tomorrow, and he's going to fix that problem.
I definitely would probably try to steer clear of that. Absolutely. But you can you can use Suno tracks and do your vocal, like get rid of the vocal and do it that way. But I would definitely try to steer clear of using a Suno vocal. Not saying, but I think the whole point is to make people fall in love with you.
right.
And you don't want them to hear something that is inauthentic to you, even if it sounds great.
Right.
And then your version of the song comes out. The worst thing that would be is your version of the song comes out. You don't want them to like it less. You want them to like it more. So
No, I don't.
just always keep that in mind.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of hard work, and you're doing that. So thank you for coming back to Nashville.
Of course.
I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you're recording here. I think you're gonna get some good session players on it. Anything else?
Great chorus.
Thank you, man.
Great chorus, especially the fact that you wrote it by yourself. That's great. Good rhythmic flow. Great. Honestly, and two, I feel like a lot of times people are too generic with stuff, but I like how you colored it up and threw some stuff in there. It's more personal to you.
Color.
One thing I hear that I'm just going to give you some advice for the studio tomorrow, because it's tomorrow. So can you read me the setup line for the hook, the line right before little more than halfway gone? What does that say?
You said we were a mess. It was a shit show, but every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone. That's it. My producer actually mentioned there's no setup for the line. There's nothing like a rhyme in the previous line or anything like that. Yeah,
You're a
it just runs
little
straight in.
shit show. Throw that line.
Yeah.
Don't say show.
Yeah.
Show. Say sh. Okay?
Yeah.
When you sing it tomorrow, because it'll help a little bit better. And then what was the other part? Shit show.
And then just jumps.
Straight
But every now and then you're a little less than halfway gone.
Can you just sing
on.
just that last part?
I actually got a sick.
What are you doing
thing.
tomorrow?
No. I gotta sick.
He's a
This is
producer.
actually dope. This is actually dope. You guys are gonna like be really proud of me, I think. Every then and now. Just change it. Don't do now and then. Every then and now, a little bit halfway gone.
You catch a little bit of the
A
off-front.
little bit of the
It's
O.
just a little bit of the
Every then
off-front.
and now, a little bit of halfway gone.
I like that. That's a good.
It's a little
Good
weird.
catch.
I guess if I remember to do that.
Every then and now, a little bit of halfway gone.
And to be quite honest, if you change that lyric, I think it makes it a little more memorable because people would go, "Wait, did he mean to say then and now rather than now and then?" It just adds a little bit to it.
Mess with it.
Let me put it in my notes.
Mess with it.
This is just,
Sick.
Yeah, this is what happens in the when you and this is why again I encourage everybody to co-write with people because this is what happens. Like you get a Colton and me in the room and you never know what happens.
Could make it worse and we could make it better.
Might be a disaster. It might be a little more than halfway gone.
I'm here for it.
Dude, pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, man.
Can't
I
wait to hear the
appreciate
song. I'm gonna do some. If I want to hear you singing it, I want to hear when it comes out. So I'm gonna do what I've done a couple times. It's a half rotation. So it's a.
My man. Thank you.
I want to
Thank
hear
you,
the
brother.
production.
Thank
I
you.
want to hear the production. All right.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah. It's okay. Thank you for coming on the show, brother. Appreciate you. Good to see you.
Thanks, boys.
Give it up for Marcus Krupp, everybody.
Marcus. Grizzly Rose, baby.
Dude, thanks. I know. I'm putting you
I'm
on the
so
spot.
sorry
You're
I'm late.
jumping in. No, you're jumping in the
sorry
show.
I'm late.
You weren't
So
supposed to
we're
leave.
gonna wrap this up really quick. But I do want to talk to you. Some really exciting stuff happening with Restless Road.
Yeah.
Some really exciting stuff. Just I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it. I
Yeah,
haven't even
yeah.
talked to you about it. But can you tell us kind of what to expect for the next?
Yeah,
Coming up?
so we are currently wrapping up a new deal, a new record deal, and so we just put out a song with Disney, which was really, really cool. We got to reimagine. We were the first ever to get to reimagine the song "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus, and so we just put that out a couple weeks ago. And then we have a song we've been teasing called "Forever Ago" that will come out in May. And then lots of tour dates coming up this summer. We're going to Greece.
We can talk
I
about
don't
that
know.
now
Yeah,
because it's confirmed.
It is confirmed, so we can talk about it. We're going to Greece, which will be really, really cool. We've been fortunate enough to
the
know.
musical.
Yeah, the musical. We've been fortunate enough to go all around the world and play, and so that's another bucket list one for us. So it will be awesome. Heading to Athens in July, beginning of July.
That's awesome, dude.
So-
That's awesome. Well, I'm a big fan of y'all, and
a big fan of
honestly,
you.
like a big fan of you in general. Like you're just such a good dude, and Restless Road, man. Everybody, be sure to listen to their music, support them. Just some of the best dudes. You guys are. We love you here on the show, and we love Cody
you.
as well. So, man, what a cool night it's been. We've had literally. You just missed him. One of the best guitar players ever
Oh,
in
they've used
Nashville.
him.
They've
used
Ilya
him.
has
Okay,
played on many records of ours.
Here's my last question. I'm gonna leave you this because he had to leave. He had
I
to
know,
help
I
his
was
son.
really upset I missed
So what makes Ilya so special? Because he did not brag on himself
He
the entire
wouldn't do
time.
it.
Oh, okay, well, I'll brag on him all day. He is one of these people that does not need any direction at all. He is somebody that you can sit down when we walk in the studio that day and we play him our demo. If from the first time he hears that, there has never been a time where I go, "Hey, can you try this instead?" Just his instincts alone, I think, set him apart from so many people in town and there are a lot of unbelievable musicians in this town, but I think what sets him apart is just his instincts, and he is very good at if he needs to follow direction, he's great at that, but he is so good in when he plays something the first time, you don't even want to change it. You don't have any. And there's been so many songs I know that we've put out where in our head sometimes you get demo-itis. You've heard the song away so many times, and normally the way how I view it when we go in the studio is I want them to do what they feel the song should do first pass, for those first few passes. And let me hear it, because most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I go, that's better. That's better than what was on the demo, and that's better than what we could have ever imagined. And then every now and then you get something where, you know, you want to hear a lick that you were missing or something like that. But I think Ilya is just above and beyond everybody else. And it's just, it boils down to his instincts. He's just crazy good.
It's a Russia thing.
It is.
Totally.
He always, I don't know. Don't think I can get canceled for doing a Russian accent or anything.
No.
He always, every time I'll do it, he goes, yeah, so what do you say we, like, do a little, you know, like a little, like, almost like a rolling banjo, like, kind of, like just a little picking pattern. And I'm like, I had a little bit of New York come out there.
No,
sorry.
he does it.
There was a little bit of New York come out. But he's always, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. I'm glad he was in here, and I really hated that I missed it, because I would have loved to watch that side of him. Because I've always seen the studio side of him, and it's magical to watch that. So I would have really loved to have caught this. But I'm going to watch the episode back.
He had a lot of great things to say.
Yeah, no, and every episode's different, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out as long as you did. But again, we want to have the best of the best of the best. And if you're a songwriter, if you're an artist, there's going to come a point where you get in the studio and you got to understand that these guys that are playing on your records, especially an Ilya or some of the greats that have been here forever, like, they have done it for a long time, and they know. And sometimes you got to just let your song go, and that's that moment for a lot of us as artists, is letting it go and believing that they're the best for the job, and you trust your producer, you trust the studio, you trust these guys to play, and they are so freaking good.
Yeah. Can I say one last thing about one thing that blows me away about studio musicians in Nashville is they play on hundreds and hundreds of songs every year, and yet they find a way to never really repeat anything that they do, and it is always something super fresh. It's always, if anybody, I know as songwriters, you know, we're always trying to, you know, we're trying to figure out where music is heading. And it's tough to always pinpoint that, because, you know, I mean, I feel like the genre has changed so much, and it's had so much, you know, ebb and flows, and finding, like, the rock part of the genre and then the super, super country part. And that's one thing as a songwriter, but these guys are chasing where is music heading. And I think that is a whole nother animal of staying current and fresh, and utilizing new sounds that aren't being utilized, and different patches and different sounds on the records. And I think that it's just people in Nashville I feel like they don't understand how good studio musicians are. They are the best in the world here in Nashville. And I mean, and most of the people, I will say, most of the people down here have come from a long line of touring or just weren't even in the genre before, and has somehow wound up, because Nashville is not just country music, it's so many genres, and there's a reason that people come to Nashville to record music from all over the world, because it's the best place there is to do it.
You're right. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me on for 30 seconds.
Oh, random.
What an amazing episode with Ilya Toshinsky. My boy Cody Hawkins just got married. Give it up for him one more time. Hit the button.
And Colton Pack, everybody.
I already said Colton.
Oh.
Hit the music. He has one job.
Hit the music. Cue it.
There we go. We're out of here. Thank you guys so much. This is the Playlisted Podcast. Give it up.